Guys, it's Cindy from Scrap Rat, and today we are going to be making a folio out of a file folder. And this is our prototype. It is not finished yet. We're going to finish it up. I just want to show you how to cut this and make it into this. This is a legal size. You don't have to use a legal size, guys. Use whatever size file folder that you have. I'm just going to show you how to fold it, and we may or may not end up with it being the same size. So and if you would like, stick around for the finishing of this one, because I have a way to do a closure that I think is kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. Okay, we're gonna have to make one fold because it will not fit in this cutter. So our first fold is going to be, we're going to fold this one up. We're going to get it lined up, and we're going to take our foam folder and we're going to smooth it out. You can probably cut your flaps off while it is folded, but you want to cut your flaps off one at a time because they are usually one's higher than the other, and we don't want to cut off too much. I'm just basically going to cut right down. Yeah, I'm just going to cut to where it's even. So we cut that much off one side and that much off the other. And then we're going to flip this guy over. See? And if we actually had this folded, they would be at different levels, like this. So we're going to cut this guy off, and then we're going to continue on. Okay. That is, I believe, all you need your paper cutters for, is to cut the flaps off. The rest of it is all done with scissors. So, and then this one, let's see where we're at. We're going to be even close. Actually, we're pretty daggone close. The flaps are a little bit different size, but that's okay. You just want to fold one up long and one down short for the tops of our pockets or folio flaps, whatever we're going to call it. Okay. Now that we have that mapped out, we are going to take this guy and we are going to, actually, let's see which one's the longer one. This one is the longer one. We're going to take this one and we're going to fold this one straight over, not quite to that crease. We're just trying to keep all the lines lined up. It's not where it's meant to go, but that's where we're going to make it go. Okay, so we have this one here. This is these two flaps. This one we either want to be the same size or slightly bigger. So we have this little lip there. So let's see. Pull this guy up and show you what I'm doing. I'm making sure that this one is going to be bigger than this one, so it sticks out a little bit. And I'm going to kind of try to let the paper tell me about where it wants to be. It's not the complete boss of me, but, you know, we're going to try and not make it fight us too much. So that is how we ended up on that. So it actually goes like this. So this is the front, and then it's going to open like this. So all of these will be folded in and they will have pockets. What we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and we're going to make it to where each of these are individual flaps. And how we do that is I try and make this as easy as possible, guys. Okay, we're going to take and we're going to ever so slightly, maybe 1/8 of an inch, just cut down that seam fold, and then we're going to come in with our little scissors and we're just going to nip it off like that. So we have that little bit that we took off. We're going to flip it around, and sorry for the loud noise. And we're going to nip this one off. Okay. And then we're going to fold our next one. And we're going to come in and we're going to take about 1/8 of an inch and we're going to nip it off. And then we're going to do this one. Hopefully you can see this better. I can't really see it, but we have one that we're going to work with. So if we mess this one up, it's okay. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have these are free. Now we just need to open up these. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come in and we're going to cut off about 1/8 of an inch. That looks like slightly smaller than what I've cut on the other ones, but hey, it'll be wonky, but wonky works, right guys? Right. Wonky still works. Okay. And we're going to cut this one off. And we're going to nip him off. Now the next little bit is optional. You don't have to do it. I think it makes it look a little bit nicer and makes it a little bit easier to cover up. That one's not going to work, but we're going to come in and we're going to corner round all of the corners. And I don't mind that it has the file folder. If you wanted to cut that much of it off, you definitely can, because you don't want it to be known that it was a file folder that you used. You may want it to be have all of the same rounded corners. I don't mind it. So we're just going to come around and we're going to fold, or we're going to nip all of these corners, and then we're going to be ready to start decorating. Oops, somehow I missed that one. So what we have is we have our little folio. You fold it in, and you fold this one in, and then you fold it in half. And there's our little folio. And holy cow, it's the exact same size. Couldn't have done that again if I tried. Okay. So we are going to decorate this one. I went ahead and did I did the front and all of the flaps because I didn't think that that was necessarily something that y'all really needed to see. What I do want to show you is a couple of the ideas for one for the closure and for two for some of the inside decorations, I guess, that I wanted to kind of add to it. So I went ahead and inked everything. So we've got it all inked, and we have all of this set up, ready to go, ready to be put on here. Whoops, goes like that. So we are going to get all of this stuck down, but first I want to go over something with y'all and show you how I'm going to go about making the closure for this. Because before we do the inside panels, we need to make the closure. So I'm going to stack these up and put them to the side. Stack these up and put them to the side. And then we're going to take these. I have them all numbered on the back. Oh, look at me lie. Yep, I lied. Look at that. I have those numbered, hopefully, anyways. Okay. So, there we go. So, what we're going to do is I want to put this for the closure. I want to use a button. I'm deciding between that one and this one. Maybe we'll use the flower one. Yeah, I think we'll use the flower. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew this button to the front of the cover. And how we're going to go about that is I'm going to take it through here so I know where I'm marking, or I know where I'm putting it. I want to mark it by doing it this way. So we're going to go there. And then we're going to go there. And I hope you can see what I'm doing. I marked it from the back side so I know where my button goes. And we're going to do this before we put this panel on. When you shake, buttons are a real struggle. Anything like this. Okay. Go in. I have to loosen this guy up so he comes through for us. There we go. I'm going to give it a quick little tie so I don't accidentally pull it through. Just going to tie it like that. And then we're going to come back through. And we're going to take another one. I think 2 may be good. Yeah, I think 2. I think I'm happy with 2. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our needle to the side. We're going to give this another little quick tie. And then I'm going to put a spot of glue on it. And then I'm going to take a piece of tape. Oops, come on now. Okay. And we're going to just snip those little guys off. And we're going to tape this down so we get kind of a flat surface to work with. Okay. Now, to make our button work right, we're going to need a string to use for our button string closure. So what I need to do is I need to cut a little slit here and put a string out. That way the string will come from there and we can wrap it around. So what we're going to do is get our craft knife out. And I'm going to basically kind of see where our button is located. And we're going to come through here. And we're just going to put a little slit right in through there. Okay. Now we have a little slit. And we can just take the rest of this. And push it through our little slit. I am going to tie a little knot in this guy so he doesn't slip out. Come on. Okay. You could use ribbon or seam binding or whatever you found that you would like to use for this. I'm just using the string because that's what I have on my table. And we're going to take another little piece of tape. Just going to try and keep it as smooth as possible. Actually, I'm going to take one piece. Kind of try and make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Let's make sure it's not going to be where we can see it underneath our mat once we put that down. And then I'm going to put this one this way so we kind of have a smooth surface. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and put in all of our backgrounds, and we'll see how quickly I can get this done. If I need to skip ahead or you need to skip ahead, then feel free to do so. Before you do, I hope that you are enjoying a joyful day, all of those things. Hopefully you are learning new things from the people on YouTube. Hopefully you are feeling that it's something that you can do. Hopefully you're feeling inspired, and yeah, all of the things. That's what we do this for. We want to inspire. We want to give you guys the confidence to go out and to do some of these things, to try some of these things. And if you do, I mean, let us know. Not just me, but you know, any of them, us creators, because we all would like to see your take on stuff. I mean, and if you do try any of these things and you make videos, please tag me in them, because I want to see. I want to see. So, but yeah, just wanted to say thanks to all my new subscribers and the ones that have been here. And if you're not a subscriber, it doesn't cost anything. You can just hit that little subscribe button, and if you hit the bell, it'll let you know when I upload new videos. And trying to do it on the daily, and you will see how long I can come up with ideas. So sometimes I fall short, and I apologize for that, guys. I'm trying, but yeah, just know that each and every single one of you are appreciated and loved very much. And yeah, so if you want to fast forward, or if you haven't already, go ahead and do it. And I'm going to pause real quick and get the rest of this done, and then I'll be back in a flash. So this is what we have right now. And we have extra pockets on this flap. This flap's just plain. An extra pocket on this one, and I have a pocket to install on this one. Now this, when you install the pockets, you're going to want to keep it away from the fold, so you're going to want to come up just a hair if you decide to install pockets. So we're taking it not quite to that fold. And before I put on my bottom button string closures, I wanted to see where our shortest pocket was, because I want our button string to be able to reach all the way down to the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure on this guy, and we're going to see where he's at. He is at, let's see, if we do him at 3 inches, we'll do him at 3 inches. That sounds good. So we're going to come up here and we're going to mark this guy right there, right underneath that one. We're going to mark this guy right up underneath that one. And we're going to mark this guy right up underneath that one. And we're going to go ahead and mark this one too. Right there. Let's mark this guy just a little bit better. Excuse my loud family. Okay. And because we didn't put these on before we did all the matting and everything, which is fine. It's not heavy duty. It doesn't really need all of that just yet. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do these so they still, you know, look nice. And if you didn't know, when you do the holes for your circles, you can take a circle and take it and cut it out of scrap, fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. And that gives you the center for when you poke your holes. 99% of the time it works. So sometimes you may get a little off. But what I do is I just take and wrap my string around, open up my little legs. Oh, he's going to be a bear. Okay. Wrap them around again. Open up our little legs and put them down in there. And then we're just going to put a spot of glue on them. We're just going to pop them on there. It doesn't have to be heavy duty. It's not holding a whole journal closed. It's just holding a pocket closed. And these we just pop open. And we're going to come in and we're just going to pop them down to where they're even-ish with our top ones. I think that's about on there. Yeah, it's about there. Okay. I'm just going to get these guys down. Oops, that one. I'm going to skew a little bit. Now, I would suggest letting these dry for just a bit. I'm going to pull that one down just a little bit. This one may have actually been shorter than that one. Surely not. Surely my measuring's off. Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine. We're good. All right. So that is how we do the little button string closures for the inside when we either don't want to go through the whole fact of covering it up from the back and everything else, or we forget, you know, tomato, tomato. But either way, I got a chance to show you. So happy accident. So this is our little guy. And I'm not going to close the button strings because, well, I want to give them a chance to dry. But we do have all of everything all done on the inside. And we have, you could also make this to where you could do gussets, so it could really hold a lot. You could do this and make Happy Mail. You could do a lot of things with a file folder, and I think I used 3 pieces of scrapbook paper to make everything, and some scrap maybe. But I think it may have been 4. I think it was 3 and some scrap. I don't know. Not much. Was not much. So yeah, this is how we open it. We could put pockets in here, put a belly band in here. You could do all kinds of things. And I might continue to do that. So if you want to check back and see if I uploaded a short with this, I'm probably going to have a little bit more going on in it. And yeah, but just wanted to say thank you very much for stopping by, and hope this brought a little joy to your life today. And I hope you go out and try some new things and play with some file folders and some scrapbook paper and ink and make a big mess and have a good time. And yeah, just want to say thanks, and you guys have a blessed rest of your day. And yeah, much love, guys.